Right then, I just want to show you a nifty little trick that you can do in photo, and it's especially useful for high contrast scenes like this, where you have quite a bright sky and a very dark foreground. So as it stands, if we try and even out these tones, we may not get a very satisfactory result. But what you can do is on the assistant options here, you can choose Take No Action for the Tone Curve option. So rather than applying a default tone curve, you'll see a dramatic tonal shift here. You can instead recreate your own. So I'm going to pull the highlights all the way back like so. Then across on the tones panel, I'm going to enable curves, and I'll just create a node and sort of push it up here. And really, most images are quite individual in this regard. You just need to kind of find a good point where you're happy that you're not blowing out the highlights and that you're giving the foreground the lift it needs. Now then, as a result of lifting the foreground tonally, we've made it look a bit too pasty. So there are two good ways we can correct this. One is to add another node here, very close to the bottom of the graph, and just drag it down slightly. So you'll notice that we're not pushing these tones right back to where they were before, but we are just bringing them down a tad to get rid of that milky grey look. The other option, if I just backspace and delete that node, is to go across to the basic panel and increase the black point. Like so. So we can really tailor how tonally lit we want the foreground to be. And in tandem with our own custom tone curve, we can just increase the brightness, which helps boost the midtones in the image. So taking the tone curve off and applying your own if you want to, and also using these sliders to get the image to sit right tonally, is a great way of having like a start or a template for doing further tonal and additional editing work in the photo persona. So now that I've kind of made the most of the available tonal range, I can click Develop, and we're now in the photo persona where we can do further work to an image that we've tonally evened out or flattened out, giving us much more tonal range to work with. So there we go. I hope that was a useful little tip for you. If you have any questions or queries, please do ask on the Affinity forums, and don't forget to check out the other video tutorials. Thank you for watching.